Now to our I-Team investigation about flavored tobacco. This week we've been discussing California laws and the ban and the issues with enforcement in stores and on the black market.
Asked if I could get menthol jewel pods.
They are indeed selling flavored tobacco.
I-Team reporter Stephanie Sierra is here with an investigation that you'll see only on 7. This is part 3, right?
That's right. And as we've been reporting all week, the state's law is clear. Most flavored tobacco products are banned, but we found some retailers who aren't following the law. And federal experts argue the lack of enforcement is opening the door to a bigger problem. Has any enforcement agency come around to inform you of the rules? The health department come around and do checks? No. No?
I don't know.
No, I haven't seen nobody.
What's the point of a ban if it's not being enforced?
Are they even looking into this?
The sale of most flavored tobacco products are prohibited in California. The ban applies to anyone, but there's special attention to keep these highly addictive products away from teens.
Do you get a lot of teens coming in trying to buy?
Some customers, yeah.
Yet, why is it so easy for them to get it?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
To show you, we asked an 18-year-old high school student to accompany us to check out several smoke shops in Sunnyvale. We watched him walk in and followed shortly after to hear the conversation. He asked to buy menthol jewel pods, one of many flavored tobacco products included in the state and local city ban. He says the store clerk had them in stock.
Asked if I could get menthol jewel pods. The woman asked me if I wanted 3% or 5%.
But the sale didn't take place. The young man was asked for ID, and he showed the clerk his vaccine card.
As I was paying, she asked for some ID. I asked if I could show her my vaccine card, and she said I needed a physical ID.
But did she indicate she was willing to sell the product?
Yeah.
It's good the young man was carded, but the store clerk still told him he could just go online to buy the products. So we tried it.
So what are these?
So these are disposable vapes.
Just typing in the search bar flavored e-cigs, all these results showed up. In fact, some of their best-selling items are products included in the state's ban. And we're not just talking about a couple flavors. These are e-cigarettes offering 19 different flavor options with 50 milligrams of nicotine.
I'm just curious if it requires ID verification.
The 18-year-old would have been able to purchase these online and have them sent to his home just by clicking yes to this.
Yeah, okay.
Sunnyvale's flavored tobacco ban is even stricter than the statewide ban. The question is enforcement actually effective?
We are aware of the business that you mentioned. What we have found through several inspections is they are indeed selling flavored tobacco.
The I-Team obtained records from the city's code enforcement team, revealing this store has failed the last 4 inspections dating back to April of last year. Yet, nothing's changed.
So what happens next for businesses like this? Because I'm still seeing on their website they're selling banned products.
Yeah, they will be cited.
So how many citations until it stops?
Well, we're working with the property owner, the business owner currently, because ultimately they're responsible for the businesses that they own.
Records show this store is one of 67 tobacco retailers in Sunnyvale. The city's code enforcement says the majority of them were in compliance for at least 1 inspection this year. But that's not the case everywhere. We visited and checked dozens of smoke shops across the Bay Area. Some say they're strict.
No, they know we are hard with teenagers. We don't play with them.
Some say they're not.
There's stores in the cities that sell it underground.
And others say they're confused on the rules.
Have you been given any direction from the state?
None.
But if you ask well-informed critics, they say, strict or not, the ban simply doesn't make sense. In part because of this. Anyone, including teens, can seemingly access illegal products with just a few clicks.
We need to be more responsive.
We spoke with a retired assistant director with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, Richard Marianos, who's conducted enforcement operations involved in criminal tobacco trafficking. He says the state's ban lacks an adequate enforcement strategy, and because of that, the demand for the tobacco black market in California is one of the highest in the U.S.
Black market is alive and well in California, specifically black market tobacco.
Mariano says former ATF investigators have conducted a market survey to see just how effective the ban is in different California communities. He says the teams made purchases to try and identify problem areas across Northern California.
And that's an issue when 7 out of 10 places they can go to are just selling randomly to anybody.
One flavored tobacco product well known in the black market across the U.S. is starting to gain popularity in California. It's called gummies, and experts worry they're attractive to kids.
Rich, from what you've seen, would you say the tobacco black market is worse in California compared to other states?
It's been around all over the United States, but California is one of the places where it has gathered the most attention.
Now, Mariano says an association of police chiefs across the country have found 9 out of 10 tobacco products being sold to youth are being manufactured overseas and are being trafficked through the black market. And we all know how addictive these products are. Just to put it in perspective, one Juul pod has just as much nicotine as an entire package of cigarettes.
Wow. But enforcement difficult to impossible, right? I mean,
it is up to the local jurisdictions, and we have reached out to several members of the state legislature to look into closing these apparent loopholes with the ban.
Steph, thank you.
Appreciate it. And if you have a story for the ABC 7 News I-Team, Steph, or the rest of the folks, you can call the number on your screen right here. It is 1-888-40-I-Team. We've also made it easy for you. You can go to the website, abc7news.com/I-Team. Get in touch with them there.